Bitcoin had a rather slow and boring weekend. In this video though, we're going to jump down into the charts for BTC, reviewing the price action and see whether or not we are gearing up for a move upwards, or maybe we've got further to the downside still to play out. As I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, what are you waiting for? Check it out, linked in the description down below. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here with BTC. So I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'll try to keep this nice and brief and to the point, and hopefully will not cough and sneeze too much during the recording here. So if I do forget to edit any of them out, I apologize. You can make note of that down in the comments below. So Bitcoin paired up with USDT. We're using the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏 spot exchange here and the 1 hour time frame. As you can kind of see, we had that move to the upside, the big C wave, as you can kind of see up here. Okay, and of course we can see that we moved down very rapidly, wiping out all of those gains to the upside. You can see that we had a change of character and a BOS here, and then we had a change of character back to a bearish state of play over this side. Essentially not much has changed. Here we kind of still are ranging sideways on a much larger scale. You just see ourselves pushing up and then pulling it all the way back down, testing the high range, then testing the low range. Okay, now as we can see, we're getting rejected on the 50 EMA at the moment. Okay, that is being kind of holding the price down a little bit at the moment. But we are, of course, still doing the higher highs. That's really badly drawn, but higher highs there and higher lows here. So this particular ascending wedge is something that I think we are likely to break on down from. Okay, now the other thing to kind of bear in mind here is that it also looks like a 5-wave pattern where we are targeting out down here at 29,612 to 29,795. I think that is still likely to play out before we get a significant bounce up higher. You can also see that this red area here, this is called a fair value gap. If I jump on over into the 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏 area, come over into our trading spot pairs and Bitcoin USDT, this is effectively the same chart as what we're just looking at, but on 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏. In fact, you have the trading view right here as well, and you do have the order book. So these fair value gaps are created from imbalances in these order books. Essentially, there was so much selling pressure, not enough buying pressure within this price range just here, that price had to go down lower to find buyers so that those sell orders could be filled. And essentially in that doing that, and in that process, gaps in price were left behind, and the price likes to go back and fill those gaps out. Okay, so at this point in the video, I think it's just worth noting that if you haven't yet signed up to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏, why not go ahead and check it out? The affiliate link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic platform. I use it for about 90 to 95% of all my spot trades, and all of my leverage-based trading is done on 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 as well. It's a really intuitive, easy to use platform and has some fantastic sign-up bonuses depending on how much you deposit and trade on the platform as well, all the way up to 8,000 USD. So guys, if you haven't already checked it out and you're looking for another exchange, why not check out 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏? The affiliate link is in the description down below. Let's jump back down into our charts, right? So we know that these fair value gaps exist. We can see them here. There's also one right here that hasn't been automatically marked for us. You can see that we're in it, but we haven't actually filled it out either. So I think what we're going to do here is most likely have a break to the downside, breaking down from this triangular based wedge pattern, and if we do lose this trend line, that's going to be an indication of that move. And obviously we have this coming in here as well. Now this could take a little bit longer. It doesn't have to come right the way down here straight away, but my expectations are that we do. Once this happens, I would expect us then to break on up above equilibrium, probably retapping into this area of resistance at $31,040, grabbing those fair value gaps, grabbing the equilibrium, and then hitting resistance right up there. Then from there, my expectations will be that we would have another break to the downside, which will come down even deeper, and that move would be in a 5-wave fashion, in my opinion, breaking lower than $30,000 and holding lower than $30,000 for a period of time. That would be my expectations on the 1 hour time frame. That could happen over the course of a few days, and it should be reasonably quick. If we jump over into the daily time frame though, we and acknowledge, of course, that we're on the lower trend line here. More than likely going to bounce up before we break this. And again, these are higher lows and higher highs, which will have a tendency to want to break on down. I don't think we're necessarily there just yet, because my expectations might be that we actually push up a bit more before we do break on down. And we'll see how that kind of goes. I would expect to break down from here, probably find support on that 50 EMA before we go for the 35k. But you know, we'll see how that one plays out. Essentially, I do think we still have the ability here to go after 35,000 USD. If I bring this up here, you can see apologies guys, that we have ourselves our fair value gap, our CME gap, sorry. This is basically the futures, the difference between a daily close position and the daily open position. It leaves a gap behind. There's a gap right in here at $34,000 to $35,000. All these other gaps have been kind of filled out, with the exception of this one down here at $20,000 to $21,000, and there is one down here at the $6,000 level as well. Okay, so for the most part, my expectations are that we're going to be a little bit volatile as we kind of come up towards our $25,000, and then we'll break down towards 20,000. I think that's essentially where I think Bitcoin is going slightly longer term. Maybe I'll do a video on that maybe later in the week where we talk about the macro view a little bit more detail. Okay, so for the most part, that's kind of where I think things are heading here when it comes to BTC. You can see at the moment we're consolidating in the previous supply range, and this supply range is basically looking to chew through all those sell orders so that we can get that progression to the upside. I'm going to leave the video right there though, guys. If you have found this useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done out of the way, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.